As we predicted on this show a couple of weeks ago, the new mutant strain, deadlier than anything you've ever seen before, turns out to be not quite as deadly as they were all selling us. It's not quite what's on the pack.
Well, the Victorian authorities still claim it is, despite all available evidence. And according to the most authoritative source of data on this, the UK strain has a 14.7% chance of being passed on to a close contact. The regular strain has an 11% chance. So, yes, it is more contagious. You've got a higher percentage of the chance of passing it on, but it's not the 90% and other claims that we have heard, including from Victorian authorities in the last couple of days, to justify this lockdown number 3, because that is their rationale. Well, we can't look at New South Wales because we've got the UK strain, and that this is unprecedented. But mind you, remember in Brisbane, the wife of the infected individual didn't even get it. In WA, again, people within the household didn't get it. So it is more contagious, but it is not some hypervelocity super strain that's going to absolutely wipe out the Australian population.
James, poor old nebuliser man, came in for a bit of a copping. There were 2 stories there about old nebuliser man. What's the story?
Well, yeah, the story is the man had this device. It's called a nebulizer, which basically atomizes medication so that you can take it. This man was a severe asthmatic. He says that he declared the nebulizer. He said that it was given permission to use this in quarantine. He did need it as a medical necessity. And he says that he has been treated like an absolute criminal because of this. And, you know, it's one of, again, this real disgraceful thing that we see out of the Andrews government. It's always looking to pin blame on somebody, anybody, but Dan Andrews for A, hitting the panic button, and B, not having the faith or the competence to organize his own state so that it can deal with small outbreaks the same way that New South Wales has been doing for a year.
I just want to mention Gabby, our Sky reporter there. She's been putting the tough questions. We just got a quick grab and then we'll talk about it.
It's pretty important, though, because it's what went wrong inside the hotel.
And that's why the head of the agency is going to come and talk to you about any issues that you want to raise with her.
Are you planning on apologising to this person?
Sorry, well, I think I've just established for you that you're putting a contention to me, and I don't agree with that.
No, I absolutely did not. My criticism has only been the way the hotel quarantine program has been run, because it's been flagged.
James, this bloke is the greatest dissembler of all time. It doesn't matter what the question, what is put to him, he wiggles and squirms and gets around it and answers over here, puts the focus over there. I've never seen anything like it. And I worked in advertising and I've never seen anything like it.
And the more scary thing is that the reporters in Melbourne who are asking him these tough questions, like Gabrielle here, are very few and far between, and in fact most of them really do seem to be absolutely content to be propagandists for the Andrews regime, and also disgracefully to not back in their fellow journos when they are trying to get fair and reasonable answers to what should to everybody be fair and reasonable questions.